Hi Virgo friends, I am back with your monthly tarot scope. So these are the collective messages for you for August 2023, Virgo, my beautiful earth sign. So let's dive in. What does Spirit want you to know for your month ahead? I am focused on the present. So I wanted to pull an affirmation with more of a lighthearted message to start out. And this is really telling you to not be dwelling on the past, not be focusing so much of your attention on the future, really be involved in the present moment because you could be missing out on potential gifts, opportunities, presents from the divine, from other people in your life even, if you're too focused on the past or the future and you're not being in the moment. So this card says, breathe in the present and cherish the clarity that stems from focusing on the now. Consciously let go of the past and thoughts of the future to savor the miracle of being alive in this current moment. Be completely present in every instant to appreciate what life has to offer. I love that message for you. It's like, get out of your head, Virgo, and just be in the present moment. I pulled a couple more affirmation cards. They fell out with this one, but I felt like this one was the main message. I want to go over a couple other cards from my fairy deck that I absolutely love. Go outside. It's time to go outside. Tune into the powerful peace of nature wherever you are and feel at one with your habitat. So as an earth sign, it's going to be important for you to connect with nature, to feel grounded, to feel more in your element, and to feel a sense of calm and relief. So definitely go outside if you're feeling called to. The other fairy card that I want to talk about is precious time. So I love how there's this message of time repeating itself here. I'm focused on the present and precious time. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. So if you've made a commitment to somebody to do something and they're under the impression that you're still committed, but in your mind you're like, nope, that's not going to happen, reach out to them now. You don't want to be wasting anybody else's time because that's going to lead to frustration and resentment towards you. And I think, Virgo, you have enough going on in your head. You don't need other people sending you negative energy either. So just be aware of other people's time. Try not to run late too much this month. You don't want to put that energy out there. Even though time is kind of an illusion, just be aware and respectful for other people. But they want you, Spirit wants you to make the most of your precious time. Don't be overworking yourself. Understand where you are spending the majority of your energy and where your energy needs to be reshifted or refocused to. I feel like there's some people in your life who are wanting your attention, wanting your energy, but maybe you've been a little bit distracted lately, okay? So be aware of where you are spending your time. The other two affirmation cards that I want to talk about are love. I love and honor myself. Yes, think loving thoughts about yourself and beautiful loving experiences will be what manifest in your life. Okay? The same compassion and appreciation you give others is equally, if not more important, to show yourself. Words of affirmation, accepting mistakes, setting clear boundaries, and following your intuition are just some of the ways you can express and magnify self-love. So focus on self-love and honoring your body, accepting and honoring your body, all of the shifts and changes that happen within your body, your hormone cycles, if you are having like shifting, your hormones are shifting, or your body, like your body shape might be shifting too. And it's important to love yourself no matter what. Say, this is my body, this is what's going on right now. And even though I might feel a little bit uncomfortable, I know that these changes are happening for a reason. I accept abundance. I accept abundance, absolutely. Abundance is available to you when you expect and accept it. Abundance can come in many forms, including love, time, and finances. Claim it as your own and be willing to accept it when it comes. Maybe you have a lot more free time than you used to have. That's a form of abundance. Maybe you have a lot more love coming in and loving opportunities, opportunities to spend time with friends or family or a partner. And so that's a form of abundance as well. It's not always just money. Now I'm going to tap into a potential challenge for you in the month of August. What is a potential challenge for Virgo? Okay, we have the 8 of Cups. So there might be a desire from some of you to move on from something, whether it's a relationship or a job. Maybe you are just in some situation where it has the potential to be really good. You had this good feeling going into it, but things have shifted, or it's come to light that it's really not fulfilling your emotional needs. It's a Cups card here. So this is also really about the emotions. What emotional needs do you have that are not being fulfilled, whether it is in love or at work or in a friendship or whatever area of your life? Maybe it's your health. Okay, so it says abandonment, walking away, letting go, searching for truth, leaving something behind. You are having a hard time moving forward, moving on. You could have recently suffered from a loss. So you could be going through grief. You're having a hard time letting them go. But this could also be about, again, a job. You're wanting to walk away from a job or walk away from a relationship, but something just keeps holding you back. Is it fear of change? Is it liking the consistency and the routine that this familiarity brings to you? So there is possibly a change in your routine that you're also resisting. And another potential challenge for you is this 8 of Swords. And it says freedom, release, taking control, surviving, facing fears, empowerment, and surrender. So when the 8 of Swords is upright, this is about feeling trapped. So I feel like you're having a hard time breaking free of these chains, breaking free of this situation where you felt trapped. You felt like you didn't have a choice, really. Or maybe you rushed into something and you realized, this requires a lot more of my time and energy and is more of a commitment than I initially anticipated. So now you are wanting to take back control. You are kind of just in this survival mode. Well, what is the word I'm looking for? I made this commitment and now I'm kind of second guessing or regretting it. That's kind of what I'm feeling. And you're craving that freedom. You're craving a release. I feel like you will get to a point when you step up to a place of empowerment and you're like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm moving beyond this. It could potentially be at the end of August or even a month or two down the road from now is kind of what I'm seeing for some of you. So that's a potential challenge. How can you shift out of this challenge? I'm going to use the Rebel deck now, and this does have swearing. It is kind of brutal, but sometimes it gives us the little kick in the butt that we need. Okay, so how can Virgo move out or away from this challenge? Get over yourself, pull your shit together, help people, give back, do good shit for humanity. So I feel like you've had a lot of focus on your specific needs, which it's important to take care of yourself, but sometimes shifting into, okay, you know what? I'm going to do good shit for humanity. I'm going to donate some stuff to this animal shelter. I'm going to go to a homeless shelter and, you know, serve them dinner or, donate clothes to an abuse rape crisis center, whatever it might be. You're doing good shit and it's helping you get out of your head and you're just overall feeling better about yourself when you are more charitable in that capacity. Fucking apologize. Seriously, just do it. So this is about accountability and ownership. There is a role that you played in a situation that went south or did not end up going smoothly. And you are refusing to apologize. It's this ego thing, but also that mentality of I'm always right. And in this case, it feels like it's not really serving you. An apology would actually help you recognize I could have handled things a little bit differently. And also things would have gone differently had I spoken my truth, had I been more clear in my communication. So there's a role that you played. What role was that? So what I just said were just some examples. It doesn't necessarily mean that was exactly your situation, but just think, if I had been true to myself and honored what I was initially feeling, then maybe things would have gone differently. So maybe it's not necessarily about apologizing to somebody else either. Sometimes it's about apologizing to yourself. I'm sorry that I did not honor my intuition. I am sorry that, Spirit, you sent me these signs and I did not follow through with them. Okay? That project, that person, that idea is waiting. 8 of Cups. You have your sights set on something bigger. You have a big mountain to climb. It's a lot to do. But you have your sights set real high. There's a project, person, an idea waiting. Get after that shit. The world has your back. So if you decide that you're ready to climb that mountain, you're ready to move forward, you're ready for that freedom, that release, that empowerment, but also surrendering to the divine, surrendering to divine timing, surrendering to the fact that there are going to be synchronicities. There's going to be things lining up for you in your life that are going to help you down this path. You don't have to do it alone. The world has your back. So when you decide that you're ready for it, you are going to be supported. Now let's dive a little bit deeper. What do you need to know about your love life for August? And so this could be love as in friendships, love as in family connections, community connections, but it could also be your relationship with your partner if you have one. So love. Oh, Page of Cups. So there could be a potential new love, but also this could be an enhanced connection or a deeper connection with your child. If you have children, there could be a child that is very important. They could also be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio because this is a water sign. So if that's resonating, awesome. We also have the 10 of Cups. This is about finding the joy, finding the happiness, the pure bliss that comes from a truly loving companionship. And this is also my card for community connections. And on top of that, you're feeling highly connected to spirit and your past loved ones, your ancestors as well. So you definitely have some ancestors that are giving you signs and synchronicities throughout the month of August, and you really feel their presence. You feel them there with you. I love that. 8 of Wands. Oh, I got a chill when I said that. Absolutely. Okay, 8 of Wands. This could be communication coming in fairly quickly. So if you've been waiting on hearing back from somebody, or if you haven't heard from somebody in a long time, this could also be like somebody from childhood reaching out, because I'm kind of seeing like a 6 of Cups as well, even though that card didn't come out. There could be communication regarding love or from a loved one coming in very quickly. And so this could be sharing important news, and it could also be sharing something. So somebody that you are either friends with or a family member or somebody that you love, or even yourself, could be going back to school, or they could have a big change in their routine that might affect you in some capacity. Maybe it allows you to have more time with them, or vice versa. So just take it how it resonates. The 8 of Pentacles is about mastering your craft. So something that requires work and dedication. So again, it could be schooling, it could be a change in routine, something like that. There could be a change in routine in regards to your love life. This all actually feels really good. That Eight of Wands does feel good. Can I get a clarifying card on the Eight of Wands? Seven of Swords in reverse. I feel like there might be some gossip coming in. Oh my gosh. You could be in a family, or you could have a partner or a friend that likes to gossip. I feel like they're going to be sharing some juicy news with you in the month of August. Oh my goodness. Okay. But I also feel like this is like justice is served. This could be a court order. This could be, but I feel like this is good news. So if it doesn't involve you directly, I do think that it's good news for whoever you are loving and supporting at this time, or they could have a court case. Maybe you have a court case, and somebody's there to support you. But I think that things are going to get back into balance. With this Justice card, this could also be involving a Libra, but it doesn't have to be. Okay. Work, career, finances, money, all of that. The Hierophant card. Okay, sorry. So there could be a Taurus that you are either assisting or training, or you're going into a Hierophant mode where you are a trainer, you're a teacher. There could be somebody that is teaching. I don't know. I almost feel like there's somebody in your life that is actually going to be helping you access more abundance. So they could be a teacher. They could be a Taurus, because Hierophant represents Taurus energy. They could just be somebody who is helping guide you through a work situation at this time. So I think that they're going to be really helpful. The Temperance card is a card of Sagittarius. So again, not everything is going to resonate, or at least I'm picking up Sagittarius vibes from it right now. But I feel like there is a person at work, potentially for some of you, that is hot and cold. It's like they're almost bipolar, and you're having maybe a little bit of a difficult time with them. This could be actually a friend or a family member with that Six of Cups coming through. And so you might notice yourself wanting to separate a little bit from them because they are so hot and cold. It's like 1 minute they're fine, then they're irritated. Okay, and or this could also be about there could be like a soulmate person stepping in regards to your career, work life, finances. It could be you could be creating a really special bond with somebody that you work with. And the Knight of Cups, some of you could be meeting somebody at work in a romantic type of way, because the Knight of Cups is somebody that woos you. This could also be somebody who is really loving at work, somebody who really appreciates you and lets you know that. Okay? So I do have to say that the Knight of Cups, like, they can have the tendency to be a little bit non-committal. Like, they're the dater. They're not always necessarily the one that settles down. So there could be somebody at work that comes in and you really enjoy their presence, and so you guys hit it off, but they don't stay at the job very long. But you guys might decide to stay friends even though they're not your work companion anymore. So, okay. So that all feels really good. It feels like you're leveling up at work, that there's somebody who's really going to be helping you out, assisting in some type of way. You might even be training somebody, especially because that Hierophant card came out, and that's a card of being a teacher. You also might need to separate yourself from somebody who is hot and cold. But the Temperance card is also really a card about alchemy, bringing two things together that might not necessarily go together, and creating a third thing, creating something beautiful. So some of you could have a business, or maybe you want to start a business where you are blending two things together to create something very unique. So just a potential for you. Now I'm going to pull a last message for you. I hope that these messages have been resonating. If they have been, please hit that like button. Make sure that you're subscribed to my channel so you can be notified when I post the tarot scopes every month. And as long as you hit that bell for notifications, you should be notified. Also, feel free to comment below what's resonating. This is the number 11 card, beautiful angel number here, 11. And this is about, this can be about two things coming together. The one and the one create two. When in numerology, you add the one and the one together and it makes two. So it could be two people coming together, two things coming together. So it's blue chalcedony. The essential meaning of this card is slowing down, easy does it, restoring balance and serenity. Life's pace can feel overwhelming at times, and this crystal shows up just when you need to slow down and experience serenity and balance. Certainty won't present itself just because you are rushing around. Blue chalcedony spirit brings the message to immerse yourself in the moment and to surrender your sense of urgency to the conscious universe. You are pushing too hard now. Easy does it as you transition from the old ways into the new and begin to try out your fledgling wings. You are ever evolving, and the unfamiliar can send you hurrying back to where you were or rushing ahead to get past the uncomfortable part, the part where you have to confront the truth that you are facing many unknowns. Your fearful ego will try to convince you that the way to get what you want is to work harder and faster and move as swiftly as possible, but your best action now is to slow down. Allow yourself to be clear on what you want so that your intentions begin to coalesce in ways that will please you. As you look around, be fully present to what is, allowing a sense of tranquility and ease to arise in you, even though you may not be able to see what to do next. The conscious universe has much to offer you, so take a breath and remember, easy does it. So you might feel like pushing to try to take control over a situation, and Spirit's encouraging you to let it flow, let things happen as they're supposed to. You don't need to be pushing. You need to allow yourself to be in a state of receiving right now to best receive the blessings that are coming in for you. Remember, one of the first cards that came out for you was I am present, and being in the moment and not be looking too far ahead, not be looking in the past, just being where you are. Right? So there is a relationship message here and a prosperity message that I'll dive into just a little bit. Just because we did tap into love and finances briefly. So the relationship message says, easy does it, is again your motto as you decide on your relationship's best course. For the conscious universe wants you to be sure to move forward with clear intention, and that requires reducing your speed. You will advance in the right way at the right time, balancing swift movement with progress at a relaxed pace. The blue chalcedony spirit wants you to know that the healing of old patterns is easier when you are not letting fear drive you to move too quickly through a transition. You wanted to change the old ways, and you are doing so, guided by the conscious universe. So let yourself feel serene. Trust in this process as you slow things down to gain a clearer view. So Spirit is saying that if there's been rocky waters or trouble within the relationship, you don't have to try to rush through your healing process either, because one of the cards that also came out was you need to apologize. Well, you need to apologize to yourself, or do you need to apologize to somebody else? You know, right? You have that inner knowing, that inner feeling. But if you're working on processing a lot of emotions, give yourself that time to do so. Don't just rush back into a relationship or rush into a relationship because you feel lonely, because you desire companionship. You can find that in other ways, and you can find it within yourself if you look deep enough. So don't be rushing back into anything. And the prosperity message. It's only natural to want to build on your inner affluence. You've been doing much to change the old patterns. Good for you. Now, however, blue chalcedony spirit is calling you to take a closer look at what you have set in motion. Is it time to consider changes? Are you happy with what is coming into being? Or do you need to do some healing work to ensure you are comfortable with your newfound material wealth? Perhaps you need to work on trusting yourself and your co-creative powers. You can learn much that will help you build and maintain a solid foundation. if you slow down at this time. So it's about trusting the process. And again, this is coming back to what I was saying in there was a part in this reading that I was talking about maybe being in a job where you had high hopes or high expectations, or you thought things were going to go good, but they're maybe not going quite according to plan. Do you need to do some healing work around money, around what it means to make money? Maybe you've been overworking yourself, or maybe you want to be making money in a different way. Maybe what you do now doesn't feel as high vibrational as you want it to. Like, you might have this change in thought process. How am I helping people? Do I feel like I'm helping? So some of you are definitely helpers and healers, and if you're not tapping into those gifts, it can actually be quite frustrating and draining for people. So it's a lot to consider for the month of August, but I hope you do have a beautiful month. If you are looking for a personal reading, hop on over to my website, crystallizewithkate.com. You can also find handmade jewelry there, which I infuse with Reiki, and I just love it so much. So go and check that out at my online shop section on the website. But again, don't forget to hit this like button, comment below, subscribe, so that you get more videos like this. All right, I will see you guys later. Hey friends, before you go, make sure that you comment your name below if you'd like to win a free 10-minute reading with me. I will post the winner of this in next month's tarot scope under your sign. So you will know in the September video if you won the 10-minute reading with me. And I will give you the instructions on how to obtain that reading. So leave your comment below if you want to win a free 10-minute reading.